Hello, and welcome to the EVEEchoChamber. Happy Halloween. Yeah. So today is going to be a video about how to find the new sites. It's not a good video about how to run them, because the one that I found was already started by other people, and there were a whole bunch of people in the site, which is what you can expect during special events like this. Anyways, let's get started. So just as I advised people in some of my oldest videos, the way that I look for these sites is I set an autopilot route, and I leave the Cosmic Anomalies tab open on the right side, so you can see the anomalies as you are autopiloting through systems. I'm based out of Gallente in Gallente space, so I just opened up the map and I tried to look for dead-end systems, or island systems, specifically 0.5 or low-sec island systems. These are 0.5 or low-sec systems that are in between high-sec systems. And a dead-end system is a system that only has one other Stargate. Now here I had already arrived in my target island system and there was nothing there, so I set an autopilot route to another nearby low-sec system. And we are just happily warping away, keeping that overview tab open. And boom, op success. You can see that it is a different color as well as having the unique event name over there in the bottom right. I was super excited, so I warped to it immediately, though if you were in low sec or null sec, you should be warping in at range. I would also advise you, if you were doing low sec or null sec, to bring either a trainer ship or perhaps the Conway battlecruiser, something that you can replace with insurance, because you're pretty much guaranteed to become a target if you're doing this in low sec or null sec. Because as you'll see here, I'm in a pretty out of the way system, with only 36 people in local, and a lot of them are in this site. As we land on grid, as we come out of warp, you'll notice that much like Scout or Inquisitor sites, this one has a warp gate that we have to activate before we can enter the site itself. So make sure you change your overview tab to all, or that you make a custom overview tab that includes warp gates. You notice that I still have the ship tab open because I did not know if there was a warp gate or not, and I wanted to see how many competitors were in the site. As we land on the warp gate, we see there's a prophecy here already, but that's not it, folks. Once I get inside, there's a plethora of other players.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, so I changed it to the loot tab to try and figure out how the loot is going to work in these sites and to see if I could borrow any of the drops. Important to note, these loot boxes, which work much the same way as Scout and Inquisitor sites work, are already labeled with their rarity. So if you were a loot ninja in, say, a cloaked ship, you could try to take only the rare loot. And much like those Scout and Inquisitor sites I mentioned, you must destroy all enemy NPCs before you can open these loot containers. They will be locked until you destroy the last wave. So I maneuver my ship kind of carefully because I want to be within loot range of 2 of these loot boxes by the time we kill the last wave. And because I did not arrive here at the beginning, and because this is the first one that I've run, I don't know how many waves or how many enemies. I don't know if the first wave of enemies I saw was actually the first wave in the site, or if they started sometime before. Now I thought my reaction here was pretty quick, but alas, it was not the last wave yet. So you see the container is still locked, just like the Inquisitor and Scout sites. So a benefit of trying to run these event sites in high sec is that there's going to be so many other people that the content should be pretty easy for you. The drawback, of course, being the high competition to loot the boxes. On the flip side, trying to do it in low sec or null sec will be extremely dangerous, both because you will have less help killing the NPCs, and because anybody who comes in there is going to kill you in competition for the loot. And of course, some PvPers will specifically be setting traps at these sites. At about this point, I started looking at the NPC names, and I was confused because it's a Blood Raider event, but these are still Serpentis ships. And in a minute, I'll observe them, and you will see that they are wearing some of the skins from the New Eden store for this event. The orange and black Halloween skins without the jack-o'-lantern on them. Pretty cool touch that they use the skins in-game on the enemies as well. Here it comes. Wait for it. Wait for it. Dang. I thought I was pretty quick there, but guess I'm getting old. Yeah, these kids today hopped up on their Mountain Dew way faster than me. Anyway, that's how you find the sites, that's how you run them, and that's where you'll find the loot. Final closing remarks. Again, I recommend that if you do this in low sec or null sec, you use a ship that you can repair with the repair vouchers, because you're gonna die. And if you're doing this in high sec, drink some Mountain Dew and get your reflexes ready. Thank you for watching. This has been the EVEEchoChamber. Fly safe and happy Halloween.